Reformers, Noah St. John here from noahstjohn.com and afformations.com, and welcome to the Ask Noah St. John show right here on noahnation.com. I am here on noahnation.com every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, where I answer your questions about how to get rid of your head trash, how to get unstuck, find your voice, and automate your business, so you can have more time freedom, personal freedom, and financial freedom. So welcome. Again, my name is Noah St. John from noahnation.com and afformations.com. Now, today we're going to continue my look at one of my favorite books in personal growth, and I'll get to that in just a moment. But today I do have a very special announcement, and that is that you can get my book of affirmations right here, Book of Affirmations from Hay House, free. All you have to do is go to afformationsbook.com, afformationsbook.com, and you can get my Book of Affirmations from Hay House absolutely free. All we ask is that you pay a small shipping charge. So I have purchased the book for you, and for a limited time, we are going to be sending out that book to the people who go to that page, afformationsbook.com, and place their order. So go ahead and go there right now and get my Book of Affirmations absolutely free. Just pay a small shipping charge, and we will get that for you. So we'll get that out to you right away. All right, so I'm very excited. We've been looking forward to offering this to you for a while now, and we're finally able to announce it. So go ahead and go to afformationsbook.com, get my Book of Affirmations absolutely free, and we've got some great bonus gifts for you as well, including a never-before-seen video. It's never been released, called The Missing Piece to Having Abundance, and that was filmed at an event with over 1,000 business owners from all around the world. It was filmed at a private secret location. So you get that bonus, plus you get some other great bonuses as well, including a $300 program where I teach you how to get rid of your head trash around money in 5 weeks or less. So go to Affirmations Book and you get 4 great bonuses as well. Now today, we're continuing my look at How to Stop Worrying and Start Living by Dale Carnegie, one of my favorite books. And today's chapter is entitled, Don't Try to Saw Sawdust. Don't try to saw sawdust. As I write this sentence, I can look out of my window and see some dinosaur tracks in my garden, embedded in shale and stone. I purchased those dinosaur tracks from the Peabody Museum of Yale University. I have a letter from the curator that says those tracks were made 100 million years ago. Even an idiot wouldn't dream of trying to go back 100 million years to change those tracks. Yet it would be not any more foolish than worrying because we can't go back and change what happened 180 seconds ago. And a lot of us are doing just that. To be sure, we may do something to modify the effects of what happened 180 seconds ago, but we can't possibly change the event that occurred then. There is only one way on God's green footstool that the past can be constructive, and that is by calmly analyzing our past mistakes and profiting by them and forgetting them. That's what Dale Carnegie says. Now, Dale Carnegie goes on to tell this story. I know that's true, but have I always had the courage and the sense to do it? To answer that question, let me tell you about an experience I had years ago. I let more than $300,000 slip through my fingers without making a penny's profits. It happened like this. I launched a large-scale enterprise in adult education, opened branches in various cities, and spent money lavishly in overhead and advertising. I was so busy with teaching that I had neither the time nor the desire to look after finances. I was too naive to realize that I needed an astute business manager to watch expenses. Finally, after about a year, I discovered a shocking truth. In spite of our enormous intake, we had not netted any profit whatever. After discovering that, I should have done 2 things. First, I should have had the sense to do what George Washington Carver did when he lost $40,000 in a bank crash, the savings of a lifetime. When someone asked him if he knew he was bankrupt, he replied, "Yes, I heard," and went on with his teaching. He wiped the loss out of his mind so completely that he never mentioned it again. Here's the second thing I should have done. I should have analyzed my mistakes and learned a lasting lesson. But frankly, I didn't do either of those things. Instead, I went to a tailspin of worry. For months, I was in a daze. I lost sleep and I lost weight. Instead of learning a lesson from this enormous mistake, I went right ahead and did the same thing again on a smaller scale. It is embarrassing for me to admit all this stupidity, but I discovered long ago that it is easier to teach 20 what were good to be done than to be one of the 20 to follow my own teaching. Isn't that true? It's easier to teach 20 what were good to be done than to be one of the 20 to follow my own teaching. So true. You know, it's really funny. So here's where the title of this chapter comes from. I have always admired a man like the late Fred Fuller Shedd, who had a gift for stating an old truth in a new way. While editor of the Philadelphia Bulletin and addressing a college graduating class, he asked, "How many of you have ever sawed wood? Let's see your hands." Most of them had. Then he inquired, "How many of you have ever sawed sawdust?" No hands went up. "Of course you can't saw sawdust," Mr. Shedd exclaimed. "It's already sawed." And it's the same with the past. When you start worrying about things that are over and done with, you're merely trying to saw sawdust. Okay? And Connie Mack, the grand old man of baseball, said, "You can't grind any grain with water that has already gone down the creek." You can't grind any grain and you can't saw any logs with water that has already gone down the creek. But you can saw wrinkles in your face and ulcers in your stomach. Isn't that amazingly true? Now, I have shared with you many times that I had an experience just similar to Dale Carnegie, where I lost over $250,000 by listening to all the wrong people, not listening to myself, trusting the wrong people, being very naive, letting people push me around and tell me what to do, who had no business telling me what to do and who I should never have listened to in the first place. So just like Dale Carnegie shares here, I was very naive and I made the same mistake over and over again. That's what really hurt. And yes, I spent months in a tailspin, just like he says. I was in a daze, I lost sleep and I lost weight. A lesson from this enormous head and did the same thing again on a smaller scale. I did that too. So it is embarrassing to admit all of these, all this dumbness. But here I am doing it here in front of all of you. So the point is, this is funny. And he talks about, I once paid a visit to Sing Sing. That's the famous prison, right? Sing Sing. I don't know if that's still around, but it was certainly famous back in the day. The thing that astonished me most was that the prisoners there appeared to be about as happy as the average person on the outside. I commented on it to the warden of Sing Sing, and he told me that when criminals first arrive, they are likely to be resentful and bitter. But after a few months, the majority of the more intelligent ones write off their misfortunes and settle down and accept prison life calmly and make the best of it. That Sing Sing prisoner who sang as he cultivated the flowers showed a lot more sense than most of us do. He knew that the moving finger writes, and having writ moves on. Nor all your piety nor wit shall lure it back to cancel half a line. Nor all your tears wash out a word of it. So why waste the tears? Of course, who hasn't? Of course, we have been guilty of blunders and absurdities. So what? Who hasn't? Even Napoleon lost 1/3 of all the important battles he fought. Perhaps our batting average is no worse than Napoleon's. Who knows? So let's remember Rule 7, don't try to saw sawdust. Great advice. All right, so here's part 3 in a nutshell. So we've just finished up part 3 of how to stop worrying and start living. So here's part 3 in a nutshell, how to break the worry habit before it breaks you. By the way, do you enjoy these? If you're enjoying these broadcasts, send me some hearts, send me some smiley faces, send me some thumbs up, because the more that you engage with these programs, the higher that it goes in Facebook's algorithm and the more people will get to share in this message. So how to break the worry habit before it breaks you. And if you want to go over these episodes, just go to noahstjohn.com and click on the blog. Go ahead and click on the blog on noahstjohn.com and you can watch these previous episodes. So rule number 1 to break the worry habit before it breaks you. Crowd worry out of your mind by keeping busy. Plenty of action is one of the best therapies for the wibber-jibbers. The wibber-jibbers. Rule number 2, don't fuss about trifles. Don't permit little things, the mere termites of life. Remember, don't let the beetles get you down. Remember the beetles that you can crush between the forefinger and thumb? Don't let the beetles get you down. Rule number 3, use the law of averages to outlaw your worries. Ask yourself, what are the odds of this thing's happening at all? And normally you'll find the odds aren't very good. So you're worrying about something that probably will never happen. Rule 4, cooperate with the inevitable. If you know a circumstance is beyond your power to change, say to yourself, it is so, it cannot be otherwise. Also known as loving what is, right? Grant me the serenity to accept the things that I can't change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Rule 5, put a stop-loss order on your worries. Decide just how much anxiety a thing may be worth and refuse to give it any more. And rule 6, we just talked about, let the past bury its dead. Don't try to saw sawdust. So what do you think? I think this is a very powerful section of this book, and one that I've referred to many times in my journey on this earth. So what do you think? So send me some hearts. Send me some smiley faces, send me some thumbs up, and ask your questions. I'm here to answer your questions here every day, Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, right here on noahnation.com. And now let me give you our affirmation of the day. So our affirmation of the day is, what do you think it is? Take a guess. Affirmation of the day today is, why do I stop trying to saw sawdust? Why do I stop trying to saw sawdust? So if you'd like to get 400 more affirmations, go to affirmationsbook.com and get my book of affirmations absolutely free. Just pay a small shipping charge anywhere in the United States. And we'll also give you 4 great bonuses that go along with that program, including a never before seen video that was filmed live in front of 1,000 people. And so we've never released that video before. It's called The Missing Piece to Having Abundance. So go to affirmationsbook.com. I'll put that up again. And we've got a lot of new things coming out for you from successclinic.com. So be sure to watch these programs. Join me every Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific. Ask me your questions about how to have more time freedom, financial freedom, and personal freedom. And for everyone here at successclinic.com, I'm Noah St. John saying we'll see you next time, everyone. And until then, I look forward to being a part of your success story. See you next time, everyone. Bye-bye for now.